Connections. Everything that we do, whether it be business or pleasure, travel, it all comes down to connections. Somehow or another, we've made a connection that has placed us where we're standing at this particular moment. And without connections, where would we be as people? Where would our business go? Well, we have a business. And that's one thing that we have to consider. That everything that we do is based on connections. And if we want to have success, we have to connect with other people and build relationships. We have to nurture those relationships until, I'm going to say it, blossom. And blossom can come in several different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be cash in hand. It could be a referral, more connections. It could find its way in very many ways. And the whole point is to be appreciative of our connections to our community. Because without connections in community, we probably do not have much of a business. So, some really cool things have happened over the past few days since we last talked with connections for me. One, I got to do something really cool and follow a belly dancing troupe as they were causing awareness for, or around, should I say, domestic violence. And it was a really great day. The sun was out, blue skies, and I'm photographing these ladies as they're dancing around Vancouver. And people are asking questions and why are they dancing, and everybody was really having a great time and truly enjoying themselves, including the dancers, not just the people watching, including the dancers. My friend Francesca Anastasi, who was very inventive in how she had her troupe move through the city so that they were noticed in these bright orange t-shirts with purple lettering, and it was just a great time. You could hear as the ladies were walking, because we mostly walked, or we took public transit, places where there would be a lot of traffic, but you could hear the shimmy of their belly dancing belts, because they all wore the belly dancing belts that go shing 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 as they were moving. So it was really cool, and we had a wonderful time. I actually probably stayed with them way longer than what I originally planned to. I was only going to stay for maybe a couple stops, and we were just having so much fun that I didn't realize, next thing I know, I'm crossing the Burrard Inlet on the Seabus ferry to the Lonsdale Quay, and we're just laughing, we're giggling, and people asking us why we're doing what we're doing, and just having a great time. And I got the final pose of them was with the Vancouver city skyline in the blue sky as they did their final pose with their arms poised in a very typical belly dancing pose with their arms above their heads. So it was really fun. And we had just a great time all around. Okay, so after I got home and I got a message from a friend about another friend asking what was going on. More connections. This time, connections alerting me to something is up with a friend. Without connections, we don't know what's happening in our community. We need to be connected to other people in order to find out what is going on around us. We don't know, right? So I messaged the one friend back, hey, call me, and I went and onto Facebook and I started searching for what they were talking about. And it was at that point that I realized that a very close friend, dear promoter for me and Depictions Media, and a tireless connector, had passed away. You know, is, as you see, is so raw, and I'm still having trouble dealing with this. But she was a dear friend, and I had to actually say I don't know what happened, and I have to go find out. So, not knowing what happened, I was given contact information for her niece. I called her niece and to find out. This is the reason why I'm not going public with the name yet, is because I need to actually discuss how much I can discuss this person's life on air. So it'll be kind of sketchy at the moment. But I had to find out what was going on because I have a package of important papers that need to be executed at the time of my friend's death. And that's what has been going on for the past few days. And as a result, I'm finding out how many connections my friend had made over the time that she was alive. And she was a wonderful connections person and built brilliant relationships with people. Everybody that I talked to about her has had kind words and loving emotions about what is going on in her passing on, and asking when we were going to have a celebration of life and celebrate. The purpose of celebration of life is more connections, to celebrate the connection that you had with that person. And we'll get all that organized, and so we all can celebrate the connection that we had. And my question to all of you out there listening, some of you may have figured out who I'm talking about, which is totally cool because you know the loving connection that you had with her. And my question to others is, how do you nurture your connections with people? What do you do that nurtures those relationships so that your life and the other person's life is enriched, because that's what ultimately it's all about, is being able to enrich each other's lives by being connected to each other. And with that, I'm going to say it's time to stop listening to me and go enrich somebody's life. So I will talk to everybody again tomorrow. And have a great evening. Bye for now.
So I wish you'd